With Samba, I'm trying to work on her tempo a little bit at the trot. Um, what she tends to do is her tempo will go deet, 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 and then she'll throw her head up, break into a walk, lose her balance. But gradually she's getting a little bit better. She's learning to catch herself before she completely has to break into a walk. Her tempo will go deet, 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 deet. Does that make sense? Anyway, if I can get her tempo a little more even, so she's not speeding up and getting fast and scary, then I'll be able to ride her more easily, and it'll give us both confidence, I think. If we can just get this tempo kind of under control. So what we're doing here is, after she's had several good circles here where she's able to keep her balance and not get too fast, then we stop and I pet her, and then she knows that's what I want, and she will try to do that the next few times we go around. Now this morning I figured out what she's doing when she kind of works her head around in a funny way here. She'll twist her head. And what I figured out there was she's objecting to uneven rain pressure. She'll often kind of skid to the outside of the circle and do a real hard move out, and it takes a strong contact on the outside rein, and then the inside rein is kind of loose and floppy. And she doesn't like that. She wants it to be even. And if I notice that and make sure that I keep the rein contact even, there she goes twisting her head there, then she understands a little better, and she keeps her nice head position, and that's what she wants, is that nice even rein pressure. It looks like not much is happening, but there's actually a lot of conversation going on here. I'm keeping the contact alive and talking to her constantly and trying to notice the feedback that she's giving me. See, that's how I noticed what she was doing with that head there. That's such a large part of this I see, is just being observant and responding to what the horse is doing. But I was a little slow in fixing the uneven rein pressure, and that's why you see her twisting her head a lot here. So last time you mentioned that you were curious to see what she does when I ask for canter. So she's in the round pen here, and I ask her for canter from a walk, and inevitably she breaks into a trot. So I'm just letting her go, and I'm trying to settle her down, saying ho ho, ho ho. And that usually brings her down at least to a slow trot.
Gate.
I asked my husband what was making that strange creaking noise, and it was the gate. That's what he said. Okay, I asked her for canter. She does not canter. I'm trying to keep my body language very nonchalant and non-threatening, because she does tend to get a little antsy and upset when she has to canter. You see how she throws her head up? She's kind of counterbent to the outside a bit. But she cantered, so I stopped her, and I'm going to just stand here and pet her for a bit and give her some treats. So we're going to give it another go. I wait until she's nice and quiet, walking along, and I point, ask for canter. Right away she throws her head. Well, she knows what canter means. She just doesn't want to. Or she can't. She's not balanced enough. I guess that's why she's so counter-bent toward the outside. But I get her settled down again. Just get her to walk. Ask for canter a second time, and she tosses her head and trots. I just keep asking her to settle down and walk. Now I'm asking for canter again from a trot, and she canters. So I'm going to stop her here and give her some more treats.
Give her a treat for that. Give her a treat for that.
So this isn't the greatest footage of all time. I was trying to get a little better example of the work that I've been doing. I'm trying to keep my shoulders really back and my shoulder blades together, my chest open. She gets a little fast and bouncy, but she comes right back. She found it again. And I would like for her to just walk, but she doesn't want to walk. She wants to trot. So I'm having to shut her down pretty strongly here a few times. This is right after that canter work. So I was rewarding her for running around like a maniac. I wasn't rewarding her for walking quietly. And she thinks she's supposed to run around.
Not acting right.
So that's what she's trying to do. But I'm doing my best to just ride through it. And she's finding her balance here and there.
Damn.
Probably because I had her cantering right off the bat and gave her treats. So she thinks she's supposed to go. But I can get it back.
Yeah.
I just need to get the understanding going. Look how nicely she's standing there. I told my husband I can get it back. I can get her quiet demeanor back. I just need to get the understanding going, I said. So she keeps trying to run away with me and rush off. So I keep asking her to stop. So there she complied. And off she goes again. Making her stop.
There you go. There you go.
Again. And at some point she says, "Oh, you mean you don't want me to run around like a maniac? Okay, got it." And then she's good. She just kind of had the light bulb that she didn't have to run around anymore. She's still kind of testing me a little bit. She won't stop. She'll just keep dribbling and dribbling. So it takes a little bit to get that understanding going. And like I said, this is no great shakes. It's not really what I wanted to display in this video, but it's typical of the kind of back and forth with this horse.
Take a day off.
Just trying to convince her to do what I want. Now she's starting to do some very nice stops here. That was a super nice stop. Unfortunately, with the angle, you can't really see it very well, but... Oh, and this morning I had the most wonderful stops off my seat with her, but my camera died, which was a tragedy. I couldn't get any of it.
Day off from riding her. training her.
Even my husband notices when she's disobedient, and he says I need to take a day off. But I've been taking a lot of days off here lately with the bad weather, and we're getting snow again tonight, so she's gonna have some more days off, and I don't think she needs any days off. If anything, she needs more work.
Good girl.
After a stop, she's used to walking on, with or without being asked, and sometimes we kind of have a conversation here about waiting.
Yeah, listen to me.
So I'm just telling her, don't walk away. I haven't told you to do that yet. And she's complying, and then I say, okay, let's go. And I start asking her to do a little bit of move out and a little bit of turn in, very subtly, just enough to stay on the circle. And she gets very focused when I start doing that. See, I'm asking for a little bit of move out here. She's kind of stiff, but she was complying. And it gets her to pay attention more.
Good girl.
Now that was a pretty good stop.
Good.
Oftentimes when I stop and I say, good girl, she gets all excited, like the lesson is over. And that's why you see her tossing her head like that. She thinks I'm going to get off. And I'm asking for a little move out there. Like I say, I had wanted to show more trotting because I thought my big thing this week was going to be having my shoulders back and using my seat and having more absorbing the motion in my lower back, but I didn't get to do much of that because she was just trotting too much, and I had to dial her back and do some walking and get her under control here. And then I couldn't get more video with all the other things going on this week. So this is kind of the way things go around here. You never get what you think you're going to get. Here's a little bit of trotting. I can ride it without freaking out. She's being nice and slow and steady. Getting her to come back to a walk and continue to walk after trotting is always challenging.
Very good.
It's a pretty nice stop.